Please don't.
Supplemental list. Item number 1.
So, Mr. Naik,
My lord.
My lord, I'm sorry to interrupt, my lord. I'm sorry to interrupt, my lord. My lord directed to file an affidavit by the ASI on 17th,
wait.
but we could not file today. We are filing.
please wait. We are taking seriously. Mr. Naik,
My lord.
in this SCV Medical College Hospital problems,
My lord.
if you come to the order number 190
My lord.
and page number 2, Mr. Das, সেটা ready করলে সেপটে ঠিক আছে বাহারি দিত order number আচ্ছা come to the page number 2 page number 2 question 2 ନାଇଁ page number 2 ମାନେ 100 ସେ ଯୋଉ order ର second question second ରେ ଯୋଉଟା ଅଛି
Page 10 of 27.
ହଁ ନାଇଁ order number 190 dated 30/10/2020
My lord.
ପାଇଲେ
My lord.
ମାନେ ଏପଟରେ ବାହାରିଲେ କି ନାହିଁ I will not have given a copy to you. File is separate baharla? Okay.
There are two compliance reports. I'll just handle.
No, just a minute. We are asking one by one. That is, it is mentioned there in the second page that let Mr. Vijay Kumar Das, Learned President of the High Court Bar Association, with some members of the Advocate Committee, visit the SC Medical College Cutter premises on a suitable date, which is to be fixed by the nodal officer of this court in consultation with all concerned to verify the veracity of the compliance report relating to the remedial measures stated to have been taken, and report to that effect be placed by the next date. So that is Mr. It is side.
Yes, your lords. Today we have submitted the reports, your lords.
So whether Madam Dr. Lucida, you are
Yes, yes.
So what you have mentioned in your report, Mr. Das,
My lord.
have you given a copy to Mr. Naik?
My lord.
Yes, your lords.
Please show us what you find because Professor Das said on that day that something has been taken care of and the rest of the thing will be taken care of very soon. That was the statement given, and accordingly the report was filed. So you are just to see that how far you have gone visited and what you saw that regarding compliance.
My lordship, can you see paragraph 9?
Paragraph
9.
Page 6.
Page 6.
Page 6. Okay.
Your lordship, it relates to cardiology department, but it was seen that an additional ward for 29 patients has been created in the cardiology department.
Just a minute. Where are you pointing out?
The page 6.
No.
The report of Advocates Committee.
Page 6. Page 6.
Page 6, para 9, your lordship.
Para 9. Yes.
That it was seen that an additional ward for 29 patients has been created in the cardiology department pursuant to the observations of the committee during its earlier visit. It is considered that additional staff may be required to sustain the same. The broken air conditioners and walls of roof were not yet replaced and renovated, as evident from photographs, your lordship.
Okay, you have given the photograph.
Yes, your lordship. Page 8,
Page
8, 9, and 10.
I think madam has already gone through it. Madam, take this, replace those. You are seeing that photograph. Please show the photograph.
These are broken AC. We have told them to replace it already.
So SO2 replace, okay. Just a minute. लिखिए.
Sir, वो चीज से पहले ना
In pursuance of the order number 190
देखो
dated 30/10/2024.
हाँ सर जोड़ा प्रोग्रेस अच्छी कोच सर सर 3 मिनट moreover your
a report has been submitted by the advocates committee wherein it is mentioned that additional ward for 29 patients has been created in the cardiology department pursuant to the observation of the committee during its earlier visit. And additional staff may be required to sustain the same. Broken air conditioners and walls and roof were not yet replaced and renovated, which would be evident from the photograph annexed to the report. Professor Dr. Lucy Das, Dean and Superintendent, are you still in charge of
Yes, sir. Yes.
in charge? SCB Medical College Hospital, Cuttack is present, and he has assured this court that the concern of the advocate committee regarding repairing of replacement and renovation of the air conditioned so and so will be taken care of
Yes, sir.
soon. Stop. Yes. What further you have
your
stated?
lordship beyond that we have visited mental lordship sir okay sir
Acha. Yes.
your lordship para 8 your lordship
Para 8.
lordship
Mr. Naik, please see paragraph 8, what they are referring to.
that the advocate committee also visited the mental health institute, that is psychiatric department and the cardiology department.
Paragraph 8 का खूब page रहे.
Page 6 your lordship.
Page 6. Acha. Page.
Yours.
Yes.
That the advocates committee also visited the mental health institute, that is psychiatric department and the cardiology department on 9/2024 to verify the conditions. The psychiatric department was observed to be well maintained. The HOD mental health institute requested the committee that they need one more ECT machine, that is electroconclusive therapy machine, and one permanent anesthesia doctor, which is already sanctioned, as they have to depend on the doctor from anesthesiology department. When the department do not provide doctor, the patients are unable to get the facility of
Yes, madam,
ECT there.
what can be done in this?
Sir, actually, mental health is there is a like autonomous.
No, first tell us about this ECT, electroconvulsive therapy machine is required. That is the HOD.
The director, they have their own director, and that is there as a separate unit totally.
Who is that director?
Sarda Prasan Swain now is the director.
Director of
Mental Health Institute.
SCB Medical College.
Just a minute. Mental health. Doctor Sarada?
Sarada Prasanna Swain. Sarada Prasad Swain.
Sarada Prakash.
Prasad.
Prasad.
Prasad, madam.
Prasad.
Prasad.
Sarada Prasad Swain.
Yes.
So he is the person who is to procure this machine.
No, he is looking after MHI totally.
Okay.
Actually, Superintendent SCB doesn't.
No. What he has to do? Suppose this machine is not there, and he has
from OSMCL.
Medical professional.
They have already written. They told that time.
So we will ask that what steps have been taken in this regard.
Yes.
So a further affidavit is filed.
My lords.
Lekhandu, in the said report, the advocates committee has pointed out so and so paragraph 8 अपन देखें quote करिए. Professor Dr. Lucy Das submits that Director Mental Health Institute, Dr. Sarada Prasad Swain, is in charge of this affair, and he has already made necessary communication with the authority for procuring electroconvulsive therapy machine and also an anesthesia doctor. Let Dr. Sarada Prasad Swain appear on the next date and apprise this court as to what steps he has taken in this regard, which has been pointed out by the advocates committee. Hello? Okay. Okay. Of this matter on such and such date. Okay.
My lord,
Yes. What further
at
you want?
page number 5, your lordship, page number 5, para 6.
That is also cardiology problem.
Yes.
Yes, 5.
Which paragraph, Mr.
Paragraph 6, your lordship.
Paragraph 6. Yes.
Sure, sir.
6.
That it is also stated that provision for admitting patients beyond OPD hours directly to the cardiology department will begin, and for that they need support staff like staff nurse and technicians, which the superintendent has issued to provide, your lordship.
That's a lordship kindly remember that
That
is जो
cardio casualty, your
ସେ ଯୋଉ
lordship.
casualty ପାଇଁ ସେମାନେ ଟିକେ ଭାବୁଥିଲେ ଯେ ସେ casualty is not permissible. So ଆମ visit ରେ the doctor, the HOD himself admitted that yes, it is possible. So that some staffs are required. Lucy madam was also present in that date, so no problem. Sir aguru kon hla non trauma re jaiki casualty re sir semane prathame admit houtile seti sir e jo 5 pm to 9 pm से जो मन जाउथले जार हार्ट प्रॉब्लम थिला सर सेठी केही अटेंड कर नथिले सेठी राति टांग सेठी रही कि सकाळे जाई कि तांकर खोलथिला 9टा बेले से पेशेंट आइदर मरथला अदरवाइज से जाउथले बाहर को जाउथले इट इज सर फर्स्ट टाइम पे कार्डियोलॉजी डिपार्टमेंट रे सेठी सर से कैजुअलिटी खोलिया पे राजी हेचिन जोटा कि सर आगुर हम डिटेक्टेड खाली टिके स्टाफ
But
दरकार
for the staff necessary.
Sir.
So who is to madam how this problem?
सर ମାନେ immediately ଆମେ start କରିବୁ ଏମିତି ଯେ ତାଙ୍କର ପ୍ରଫେସର ମାନଙ୍କୁ ଡକେଇକିରି ମୁଁ ଗୋଟେ ମିଟିଂ କରିକି କହିଲି known case of cardiac disease already ଯୋଉମାନେ ଟ୍ରିଟମେଣ୍ଟ ପାଉଛନ୍ତି କି referred case as cardiac problem ସେମାନେ ଡାଇରେକ୍ଟଲି କାର୍ଡିଓଲୋଜି ଯିବେ ଆଉ ସେ କ୍ୟାଜୁଆଲିଟି ଅନ୍ୟ ଯୋଉ ନନ୍ ଟ୍ରମା କ୍ୟାଜୁଆଲିଟି କୁ ଆସିବେନି ତ ସେଇଠି ସେମାନେ ତାଙ୍କର ଇମିଡିଏଟଲି ତାଙ୍କ ଡକ୍ଟର ସେଇଠି ରହୁଛନ୍ତି ରାତିରେ ସେମାନେ ତାକୁ ଦେଖିକିରି ତାଙ୍କର ଯାହା ନେସେସରି ଦରକାର କରିବେ କି ମେଡିସିନ ଦେଇକି ଛାଡିବେ ଯାହା ତାଙ୍କର ପ୍ଲାନ୍ ସେମାନେ କରିବେ ତା ଛଡା ଅନ୍ୟ ଯୋଉ ପେସେଣ୍ଟ ଆସୁଛନ୍ତି ଭାବୁଛନ୍ତି କାଳେ କାର୍ଡିଆକ୍ ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ ହେଇଥିବ ତାଙ୍କ ପାଇଁ ଗୋଟେ ଡକ୍ଟର ଜଣେ ବସୁଛି ନନ୍ ଟ୍ରମା କ୍ୟାଜୁଆଲିଟିରେ ତାଙ୍କର ଆଗରୁ ସେଇଟା ଚାଲିଥିଲା ତାଙ୍କୁ ଡେଡିକେଟେଡଲି ମୁଁ ବି ତାଙ୍କ ଏଚଓଡି କହିଛି ୟୁ ଆଶ୍योर दैट दैट डॉक्टर इज सिटिंग ऑलवेज एंड वी आर आल्सो लुकिंग आफ्टर सो ही विल सिट इन द ओपीडी नॉन ट्रॉमा कैजुअलिटी आज्ञा
This meeting has already been.
हाँ हाँ मैं 3 दिन 16 तारीख रे करि सारची
In that meeting, apart from you, who else?
3 जण प्रोफेसर ऑफ कार्डियोलॉजी थिले हमर एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव रजिस्ट्रार एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन थिले आ हमर एडिशनल सुपरिटेंडेंट थिले ସେଟା ଦେଇଛୁ proceeding ଟା।
Mr. Nayak, you madam जो माने present ଥିଲେ ବୋଲି please give the names in a
I have the proceedings. I have a compliance report.
ठीक ଅଛି okay ଏଟା ଲେଖି ଦିଅନ୍ତୁ just a minute in the said report এটা ছোট ছোট paragraph করে ଲେଖିବେ that it has been pointed out that the provision for admitting patients beyond the OPD hour directly into the cardiology department will begin. Who has stated to you will begin means? You have mentioned.
Lordship, during our visit, we had a discussion for about 1 hour. In
Was stated
presence of
to be begin,
ma'am
and
and
for that
superintendent.
they needed support staff like staff nurse technicians, which the superintendent has assured to provide.
Yes.
Stop. Dr. Lucy Das Wanso submits that in this connection, a meeting was convened. देखिए कोर्ट इलेक्शन दे आपको
प्रोसीडिंग मीटिंग का देखे
कोर्ट इलेक्शन दी मिस्टर
My lord.
पेज ता कितने
This is my lord. The
The annex is proceeding.
पेज टा खाली कोई जो
my. This is my lord's
Annex
page 11. The
Page
annexure 13. 13 is page 49. The last 3 pages of that compilation.
just a minute. Page 49.
My lords. 47. My lords will see the names of the doctors who were present during that meeting.
Just
Yeah, correct.
47. अच्छा देखो a meeting for function of emergency care in the Department of Cardiology beyond the OPD hour, that is from 5 p.m. to next day 9 a.m. under the chairmanship of Dr. Lucy Das, Dean and Principal, was held. In the said meeting, Professor Manoj Patnaik, Professor S.K. Misra, Professor N.K. Mahanti, Dr. Avinash Raut, and Dr. C.K. Misra participated. What decision was taken there? This is the decision.
Sir,
Page 49, my lords, is the office order after the decision.
This was held on what date?
This is my lords 12/12/2024. 17, sorry, my lords. 17/12/2024.
17/12.
My lords. Day before
They
yesterday.
didn't.
17/12/2024.
4, my lords.
But this decision which you are referring, that is 28/9/24.
annex 15
Next
September.
September.
Good, sir.
Annexure
15
15 is 28/9/24.
annex 15 28 not 24
ସେଟା ପରା ଲେଖା ହେଲା ଯେ ସେଇ ଯୋଉ decision ଟା କରୁଛୁ ଏଇଟା ତ
What
Eight of-
steps have been you decided to take as per this mini meeting, which is stated to
wrong.
have been held on 17/12/2024. As page number 47.
I'll get it. There appears to be some miscommunication, so many pages.
ଏଇଟା ଅଲଗା ଜିନିଷ ଏଇଟା ଅଲଗା ଜିନିଷ ଆମର proceeding.
My lords, my lords.
ହଁ ବାର ବାର ଯୋଉଟା ହେଲା 28 9 ରେ କେମିତି
ନା ହେଇପାରିବନି।
No, no, sorry.
ତ ଏଇଟା proceeding ଟା page 45 45 ରେ ଅଛି
45. All right.
45 ରେ ଅଛି
Mr. Nayak, this,
Yeah,
you
yes.
must have the pen drive with you of this.
I'll have a soft copy, my lords.
Just give it so
I'll
that
do
it
that.
can be visible. And these are the provision for space for patient accommodation, provision for echo machine for patient care, page 40. It is 12/2024. जोटा कि annex sheet page 45.
ହଁ sir. So from 1st we'll start 1st of January. Yes.
ସାର୍ ରେକର୍ଡ କରିପାରୁଛନ୍ତି ଆମେ ଯୋଉଟା କହୁଥିଲେ ସାର୍ ସନ୍ଧ୍ୟା 5ଟା ଠାରୁ ସକାଳ 9ଟା ପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ
ଆପଣ ସେ ପାଇଛନ୍ତି ନା report
ହଁ
ଟା?
ସାର୍ ପାଇଛି ସାର୍ ସେଟା ଆକ୍ଚୁଆଲି ଯଦି ହବ ଆକ୍ଚୁଆଲି ଏଟା ଫାର୍ଷ୍ଟ ଟାଇମ୍ ପାଇଁ ସାର୍ କେବେ ହିଁ ନଥିଲା ଯୋଉଟା କି
It's a good thing that they have already taken a decision,
ଆଜ୍ଞା
and Madam has assured that
Again,
it is to be made effective from
Yes sir.
1st
Yes sir.
January 2025. Okay, so Next, Mr. Anything else you want to point out?
Your
from-
Lordship, as per their compliance report,
Yeah.
which are yet to be done, that is mentioned in a tabular format
Acha,
starting
Mr.
from page
Nayak,
3.
My lord.
ଏଇ ଯୋଉ ଗୁଡାକ ଆଉ ବାକିଆ ରହିଛି
ଆଜ୍ଞା।
ଆପଣ ତାକୁ ଲେଖା ହେଇଛି ଆପଣଙ୍କର ପେଜ 3 ଆଉ
3, 4,
4
5.
and 5 perhaps. Not
That's it.
3 and yes 5. Provision for high mast lighting tender has been finalized. Work order is issued.
My lord. My lord, I have received instructions from the superintending engineer R&B, who was assured that it will be completed by 31/3/25.
All these things.
High mast. My lord. That,
High mast.
my
acha,
lords. If my lords come to page 1 of that compilation that I have given, there's a whole list of things, my lords, that we have already done.
ତାକୁ ଦେଖିକି ହିଁ କରିଛେ sir.
ସାର୍ ଆମେ ସେ ସାର୍ ହୋଲ୍ ଲିଷ୍ଟ
My lords.
ସାର୍ ସେ ହୋଲ୍ ଲିଷ୍ଟ ଟାକୁ ଦେଖିକି ସାର୍ ଆମେ ତାକୁ କରିଛୁ ସାର୍ ଆମର ରିପୋର୍ଟ ଟା।
No, we'll go one by one. Otherwise, it will be.
Lordship.
ଆଚ୍ଛା କୋଉ ପେଜରେ ଅଛି ଏଇଟା ଆଚ୍ଛା ପ୍ରୋଭିଜନ
In fact, your Lordship, on 9 bar during our visit, we have been given with a compilation status, your Lordship. Basing on that,
We'll
we
see,
have
we'll see.
prepared.
this
My
ଲେଖିବେ ତାପରେ
ଏଇଟା ଦେଲି।
9 ବାରଟା ନା ଆଜି ଯୋଉଟା ଦଉଛନ୍ତି ଏଟା ନୂଆଟା ଦଉଛନ୍ତି ଯୋଉ ଭିଜିଟ୍ ଦିନରେ।
ଆଜି 17 ବାର ହେଇଥିବ।
My lord.
ଆଜି ଯୋଉଟା ଦଉଛନ୍ତି ଅପ୍ ଟୁ 17 ବାରରେ କଣ ହେଇଛି ଦେଇଛନ୍ତି
ଆଜ୍ଞା।
ଆଜି ଯୋଉଟା ଆମେ ଯୋଉଟା
ଏଇ ରିପୋର୍ଟ ଆପଣ 17 ବାର
ହଁ ଆଗରୁ ଯୋଉଟା ଆମେ କରିଛୁ 9 ବାରରେ
ଜଷ୍ଟ ଏଇଟା ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ ଆପଣ
Lordship,
ସେକେଣ୍ଡ
ହଁ,
ପେଜରେ
yes, Lordship.
ପ୍ରୋଭିଜନ ଅଫ ହାଇ ମାଷ୍ଟ ଲାଇଟିଂ ଉପରେ କହିନାହାନ୍ତି
ଆଜ୍ଞା
ସେ ଲେଖୁଛନ୍ତି ଷ୍ଟାଟସ୍ ଆଜ ଅନ୍
17 ବାର 24 Lordship
ତା ଦେହରେ ଲେଖୁଛନ୍ତି ଟେଣ୍ଡର ଓପନ ଅନ୍ ସ୍ୱାନସୋ ଟେକ୍ନିକାଲ ଇଭାଲୁଏସନ ସ୍ୱାନସୋ ଏଇ ଯୋଉ ଜିନିଷ ଗୁଡାକ ଲେଖିଛନ୍ତି ଏଇଆ ହେଇଛି ୱାର୍କ ଇନ୍ ପ୍ରୋଗ୍ରେସ
Lordship.
ତାପରେ ଆପଣ କହୁଛନ୍ତି ପ୍ରୋଭିଜନ ଅଫ ଆନାଦର ସ୍ୱାନସୋ ସେ କଣ ଷ୍ଟାଟସ୍ ତା ଭିତରେ ଲେଖିଛନ୍ତି
Lordship.
ତ ସବୁ ଗୁଡାକ ପାଇଁ ଲେଖିଛନ୍ତି ତ
Again, all of them are there. So, my lords, I pray that they may go through that entire report and then let us know what else is left out.
So you mean to say this follow-up action has already
My
been
lords.
taken?
My lord.
Your Lordship, as far as 1 to 7 is concerned, we have submitted in our report,
Right.
and starting from 8, that those have been completed. That also we have reflected in our report, Your Lordship.
No. We are first. We are going to this. What you want to that
Lordship.
should be done, and they have how far they have complied with.
Lordship.
That is there in that page number 2
Lordship.
onwards.
Lordship. Lordship.
लिखिदेवे that in the report furnished by the advocates committee, it has been
Intention of said enhancement of floor level, repair renovation toilet patient
mentioned about the remedial measures on different headings to be taken. And the Land Council for the state has produced the action taken report, wherein the progress of such work, the status of such work, the status of the remedial measures taken as on 17/12/2024 has been mentioned. Hello?
machine ଗୁଡାକ କହିଦେବ ସାର୍ machine ଗୁଡାକ ତାଙ୍କ ରିପୋର୍ଟରେ ହିଁ ଅଛି ସାର୍।
Report,
My lord.
you have mentioned about that opening of another AHAR center
My
that
lord.
was also highlighted.
My lord.
You have mentioned, Mr. Das, please see page number 4.
Lordship.
Page number 4 is जो action taken can be.
Just above that.
Another tender call
The
notice
tender
has
call
already
notice
been
has already been invited on dated 9/12/2024 by the executive engineer, so and so, it to provide 1,500 meal in lunch so and so. So what is the now when this will be opened and
My lords.
just khali annexure 5 re lekha ibo detail
Right.
annexure 5 means where is that annexure
My
5?
lords.
Page 20, Lord.
Page 20, my lords.
Page 20
Tender notice.
tender notice ଟା କେବେ ଅଛି ତା ଡେଟ୍ କେବେ ଅଛି opening of the
23/12/24
bid ହଉଛି
ଥିଲା।
24/12/2024 ଆଚ୍ଛା
ଆଠ ଲକ୍ଷ amount put to
23/12 ଲାଷ୍ଟ ଡେଟ୍ ହଉଛି 23/12
opening bid ହଉଛି ତା ପରେ ଲେଖା ହେଇଛି
24/12 90 days ହଉଛି acceptance
24/12/24 ହେଲା date and time of opening of the
ହଁ,
bid.
ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ ସେ ଏଇ ଯୋଉ opening of another AHAR center which was in the campus of the SC Medical College is concerned. In the report submitted by the Learning Council for the state, the starter sergeant 17/12/2024. It has been mentioned that tender for notice has already been invited on dated 9/12/2024 by the executive engineer CD3 Cuttack Municipal Corporation, and that the existing Ahar Kendra is providing 1,500 meal in lunch and 1,000 meal in dinner. Hello? Okay. Now anything further?
My lords, the Mission Shakti cafe that my lords have proposed, the very next point, my
right.
lords, 10. Lords, it was verified, my lords, and it was found out that the space can be better utilized for extension of Nirama Center.
ଯୋଉଟା ଆଗରୁ ଥିଲା ସେଇଟାକୁ ଟିକେ ଡେଭଲପ କରିବା ପାଇଁ ସେମାନେ ଚାହୁଁଛନ୍ତି
The collector Cuttack was intimated by the so-and-so to depute authorized officer of the Mission Shakti branch for joint verification of the site. During visit, the site was found unsuitable as the same can be better utilized for extension of so-and-so patient or waiting from, okay. Suggested to renovate the existing so-and-so. Acha. So what is required further to be done in this case? On this,
My lords, my
ଗୋଟେ sir dean office
madam, ये मिशन शक्ति ଉପରେ କୁହନ୍ତୁ ଆପଣ।
ସାର୍ ଆମେ ଆକ୍ଚୁଆଲି କଲେକ୍ଟର ରୁ ଜଣେ ଆସିଥିଲେ ଦେଖିବାକୁ ଯୋଉ ସାଇଟ୍ ଟା ଦେଖିଲୁ ସାର୍ ଦ୍ୟାଟ ଇଜ ନଟ୍ ଭେରି ସୁଟେବଲ ସେଠି ଖାଇବ ସାଇଡ୍ ରେ MRI ଯୋଉ ତାରେ ଯୋଉଠି 24 ଆୱାର୍ସ ନିରାମୟ କାଉଣ୍ଟର પર ଲାଗିଛି ତ ସବୁବେଳେ ସେଇଠି ବହୁତ ଲୋକ ଭିଡ ହଉଛନ୍ତି ତା ପଛକୁ ଏ ଏରିଆ ଟା ଗୋଟେ ଆମେ ଆଇଡେଣ୍ଟିଫାଇ କରିଥିଲୁ କିନ୍ତୁ ବିକଜ ଇଟ ଇଜ ନଟ୍ ସୁଟେବଲ ଡାକ୍ତର ମାନେ ଯାଇକି ଖାଇବାକୁ ଟିକେ ଭଲ ପାଇବେନି ତ ଆମର ଡିନ୍ ଅଫିସ ରେ ଗୋଟେ ଅଛି ଆମର ଯୋଉ କ୍ୟାମ୍ପସ ଟା ଅଛି ଡିନ୍ ଅଫିସ ର ସେଇଠି ଅଲରେଡି ଗୋଟେ ଅଛି ଯୋଉଟା କି ଖାଲି ସକାଳ 9ଟାରୁ 5ଟା ଖୋଲା ହୁଏ ଆମେ ତାକୁ ଟିକେ ରିନୋଭେଟ କରିଦେଲେ ଇଭେନ ଷ୍ଟୁଡେଣ୍ଟସ୍ ମାନେ ବି କହୁଥିଲେ ସେଟା କରନ୍ତୁ ମ୍ୟାଡମ ଆମେ ବି ଯାଇକିରି ଖାଇବୁ ରାତିରେ ଯୋଉମାନେ ଡ୍ୟୁଟି କରୁଛନ୍ତି କରିବେ ଆମେ ସେଟା କରିଦବୁ
Acha. So anything further you require? Any
ନାଇଁ
not
ଟିକେ ବଡ କିରି ହବା ଅଛି
ହଁ ଆଉ ଟିକେ ତା ସାଇଡ୍ ରେ ଜାଗା ଅଛି ଆମେ
ଏଟାକୁ ଯୋଉ ମିଶନ ଶକ୍ତି କ୍ୟାଫ୍ ବିଷୟରେ ଏଟା ଯୋଉଟା ଲେଖା ହେଇଛି ପେଜ 4 ରେ ଅଛି ତାର ଷ୍ଟାଟସ୍ ଏଜେଣ୍ଟ ଏଇଟା ଦେଇବ ହେଲା।
My lord, the next point, my lords, that I want to highlight, my lords had directed me to take instructions about the vacancy positions.
That is
My lords, page 6 of that compilation, my lord, may kindly come to at serial number 14. My lord. Also, my lord, the instructions from the state have come, I am handing them over.
Please come.
Earlier, my lords, we had given a vacancy position in the earlier compilation. In that report, my lords, the vacant posts of associate professors numbered 41, assistant professors numbered 15, and professors numbered 12.
Where are you placing, Mr.
My lords,
Ma'am?
this is from an earlier report.
Sure. Yeah.
So out of those vacancies, my lord, out of 41 vacancies of associate professors, 12 numbers have already been filled up. At serial number
professor.
associate professors.
Okay.
And out of 15 posts of assistant professors, 11 have already been filled up.
Okay.
And 33 senior residents and tutors have. Titled as Registered Judicial Odisha High Court, Cuttack versus State of Odisha, and others, and draw your kind attention to the following facts. The shortage of teaching faculties in medical colleges across India has been identified as a significant challenge. A parliamentary panel chaired by Sri Bhuvaneswar Kalitha had found that the reasons for shortage of faculties is twofold. One is lack of eligible faculty and a genuine scarcity of qualified professionals to meet the requirements. There is low inclination towards teaching. Many specialists prefer clinical practice over teaching roles. To address this challenge, the state government has implemented several measures. The second is recruitment drive. But if we come to recruitment drive, usually, my lords, my instructions are that one requisition is sent to OPSC per year. But if my lords come to the next page, my lord will see serial numbers 5, 6, 7.
Yes.
My lords, we have initiated one requisition and sent it to OPSC on 1/8/23, broad specialty for all government medical colleges. The other requisition immediately 4 months thereafter, 27/2/24. Another requisition has been sent for SCB and Barampur MKCG super specialty. And again on 24/10.
Which branch?
Super specialty, my lords, all branches of super specialty. CTVS, nephrology,
Assistant professor.
all branches of super specialty. So again, my lords, 24/10 broad specialty, 230 posts have been advertised. So these are the steps we are immediately taking.
And these associate professors that you say that it has been filled up,
My lords,
you have a breakup discipline wise.
I will give that. I have that, but I haven't compiled. I have that.
That breakup would be necessary
I'll give that breakup.
because you have to prioritize.
Yes, my lords. Yes.
We want more people in cardiology.
My lords,
medicine.
I'll give the breakup. I have the
So
breakup.
in the heading of that particular 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, fifth row is meant for assistant professor post advertised.
My lord.
So you mean to say that in this column number 7,
My lord.
you advertised for 230 numbers of assistant professor posts.
My lord.
Okay. Like technical equipment. Number order previous order. The order number pay order 190. As per the order number 190 dated 30/10/2024. When it was pointed out to us that the vacancy position of faculties and other paramedic staff been intimated to the government and the copy of the vacancy position of all category of staff were placed before us. we asked the Learned Council for the state to obtain instruction regarding steps taken by the government to fill up the vacancies in SCB Medical College Hospital. It has been mentioned that appointment orders has been issued for filling of the post of SR/tutors, assistant professor and associate professors, and 33 numbers of SR/tutors, 11 numbers of assistant professors, and 12 number of associate professors have already been appointed, given appointment in the SCB Medical College Hospital. Stop. The Learned Council for the state has further placed before us the notification of the government dated 18/12/2024, Government Health and Family Welfare Department, Government of Orissa, wherein it is mentioned that for assistant professor posts on 1/8/2023, there was advertisement for 102, on dated 27/2/2024 for 9, and on 24/10/2024, 230 posts. With NMC norms while improving medical education and healthcare services. And diligent and judicious steps are being taken to fill up the vacant posts of all the medical colleges, including SCB Medical College Cuttack, by way of recruitment conducted by OPSC and promotion of eligible faculties in a regular manner. The reports are taken on record. So
Sir,
anything further you
Sir,
want to
it
point
is,
out?
Lordship, kindly see paragraph 12, page 7 of our report.
Yes. Paragraph?
Paragraph 12. With regard to vacancy position, that
Yes,
is a very
just a minute.
important matter, my lord.
Paragraph 7.
Page 12.
Paragraph 12, yeah.
Under the NMC guideline, my lord, one post of superintendent is still vacant since 3 months, my lord. Sri Madam is there, Lordship, kindly see, this is a very important post. He is a teaching and administration.
Madam, you are in charge, right? Yes, Mr. State. Why Madam is in charge, why it is lying like that? What is your instruction?
Lord, we have eligible candidates in the SCB Medical College itself who adhere to those norms. But some administrative issues that's not being finalized. One line in my Lord's order will be sufficient.
Yeah.
That according to NMC guidelines.
5 ବର୍ଷ ଯଦି ହେଇଥିବ ସାର୍ ପ୍ରଫେସର ପାଇଁ ଏଲିଜିବଲ୍ ସେମାନେ ସାର୍ ହବା କଥା 23 ନା 24 ଜଣ ଅଛନ୍ତି କିନ୍ତୁ ସାର୍ 4 ମାସ ହେଲା କାହାକୁ ଦିଆଯାଉନି।
Some administrative issues are there.
This is lying vacant since when, madam?
सर अगस्ट रे सुपरिटेंडेंट रिटायर कले तो से दिन मु डीन ता पूर्व मासरु रिटायर करथिले तो से अगस्त 31 रे मु डीन चार्ज नेली and additional charge of superintendent.
That is the norms NMC ର ଅଛି ଦେଖେଇଛି 6 ନା କଣ? Yes, that is a National Medical Commission NMC ର
Madam.
Clause 3.7 is the appropriate.
So we are mentioning it.
My lords.
Immediate steps shall be taken.
My lords, according to NMC norms.
That this regulation would do, or
My lords, this is the National Medical Commission notification, which specifies the eligibility and the qualifications of in medical institutions. So 3.7. Superintendent, my lord, this 3.7 of that notification.
right, that is mentioned.
My lords.
In the Advocates Committee report submitted today, it is pointed out the post of superintendent of SCB Medical College is yet to be filled up as per the norms, as per National Medical Commission. National Medical Commission by following teachers' eligibility qualification in medical institution regulation 2022. When we asked Professor Dr. Lucida, he stated that since August 2024, this post is lying vacant. Is it, madam?
From September 1st.
From September 2024, this post is lying vacant. Since this post is very important post, let the Land and Council for the state apprise this court after taking necessary instruction from the government when this post of superintendent will be filled up. Right?
And it must be filled according to the NMC guidelines.
On regular basis in terms of the National Medical.
One small point, Your Lordship, that is at page 6.11, Your Lordship.
Point 11, yes.
Lordship, page 6, Your Lordship.
Mr. Naik, please see point 11, what is point, yes.
That during deliberation on the issue of procurement of equipment, especially for neurosurgery cardiology department, it surfaced that Mahanadi Coalfield Limited has approved funding of rupees 46 crores 34 lakhs 80,000 under its CSR initiative for procurement of MRI and CT scan machine. It was learned that unless the proposal is processed before 31st March 2025, the approval may be withdrawn.
पैसा फेरी जीव सर सेतरे
मैडम कौन कहि परिबे
सर हमरा
to reply to this
medical OSMC
Sathipe health secretary
Director
medical
secretary
medical corporation
they have mentioned in column number 11 that during the deliberation on the issue of procurement of equipment, especially for neurosurgery, cardiology department, it surfaced that Mahanadi Coalfield Limited has approved funding of 46 crore 34 lakh 80,000 under CSR initiative for procurement of MRI and CT scan machine. And if the proposal is not processed before 31st March 2025, the approval may be withdrawn. So what is your instruction on this aspect? How far this has progressed?
Therefore, accepting contribution from a CSR initiative, it required approval from government. It was placed before the government for according approval, and accordingly, sir, we have obtained approval today. We have got the approval today from government, and now it will be instructed to OSMCL to initiate the tender process. Once the approval letter is submitted to MCL, and thereafter the money will not be returned back.
Take down that in the report, the Advocates Committee has stated that during deliberation on the issue of procurement of equipment, especially for neurosurgery, cardiology department, it surfaced that Mahanadi Coalfields Limited has approved funding of 46 crore 34 80,000 under the CSR initiative for procurement of MRI and CT scan machine. And it was learnt that unless proposal is processed before 31st March 2025, the approval may be withdrawn. The Secretary has appearing through virtual mode submitted that the government has approved it today.
We have received the approval today, my lord.
And it has received the approval, and now the tender process will follow. And once the tender process is followed, then the amount will not be withdrawn. That is your instruction.
Hanji.
All right. So it covers your report.
Lordship ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ଛୋଟ ଇସ୍ୟୁଟେ ଥିଲା ଏଇ ଯୋଉ ସିଟି ସ୍କାନ୍ କୁ ନେଇକି
ଆଉ ଆଦିରେ point out କରିଛନ୍ତି କିଛି?
ନା ରିପୋର୍ଟରେ କରିନୁ
Then
ଲର୍ଡସିପ
please
ସବସିକ୍ୱେଣ୍ଟ
wait, because there are
Lordship.
so many things there.
ଭିଜୁଆଲ ପେରିମିଟର ମେସିନ ବାଟ ଖରାପ ହେଇଯାଇଛି ଏସିବି ରେ ଯୋଉମାନେ ଆସିଲେ ଭିନ୍ନକ୍ଷମ ମାନେ ଡିଜାବଲ ପର୍ସନ they are not getting their certificate from SC1 because a small part is required and they are not giving instruction to obtain that part.
What do you say? What is that?
That is visual perimeter. There is a news published in the paper manner. ପାଞ୍ଚ ବର୍ଷ ହେଲାଣି ସେ ଛୋଟିଆ ଜିନିଷଟାକୁ ଆଣିପାରୁନି।
Just a minute.
So disabled
Perimeter. এটা হচ্ছে
ଆଞ୍ଚଳିକ ଚକ୍ଷୁ ପ୍ରତିଷ୍ଠାନ ଜାତୀୟ ବିଭାଗରୁ ସାର୍ଟିଫିକେଟ ପାଇଛି ବଟ୍ ଇଏର ଇଏ ହଉଛି
ଏସିବି ର ଚକ୍ଷୁ ବିଭାଗକୁ ରାଜ୍ୟର ଆଞ୍ଚଳିକ ଚକ୍ଷୁ ପ୍ରତିଷ୍ଠାନ ଭାବରେ ମାନ୍ୟତା ଦିଆଯାଇଛି, କିନ୍ତୁ 15 ଲକ୍ଷ ଟଙ୍କାର ଭିଜୁଆଲ ପେରିମିଟର ଖରାପ ହୋଇ ପଡିଥିଲେ ବି ତାର ମରାମତି ହେଉନି କି ନୂଆ ଉପକରଣ ଆସିପାରୁନି।
ସିଟି ସ୍କାନ ବି ସେ
ଏସିବି ଚକ୍ଷୁ ବିଭାଗକୁ 2012 ତାରିଖରୁ ରାଜ୍ୟର ଆଞ୍ଚଳିକ ଚକ୍ଷୁ ପ୍ରତିଷ୍ଠାନର ମାନ୍ୟତା ମିଳିଛି। Take necessary instruction on this. The Advocates Committee
ଠିକ ସେ ସାର୍
published a news item published in the Odia local daily that the SCB Medical College Ophthalmology Department has received the recognition of regional However, the virtual perimeter machine, which cost around 15 lakhs, is
there is a machine, but they have repaired that.
Is not functioning and it needs a repair or replacement. The London Council for the State seeks time to obtain instruction in this respect. And madam, you also look into it.
Yes.
And
The CT
Dr.
scan ବା
Professor
ପଡିଛି।
Rusi Das
ସାର୍
submits.
ଟିକେ କହିବି
ହଁ।
ସାର୍ ଏଇ ପେରିମିଟର ମେସିନ ଟା ଆମେ ବହୁତ ଥର ଦେଇଛୁ OSMCL କୁ କିଣିବାକୁ
ହୁଁ।
ସେ ଯେଥର ସେମାନେ କରିଛନ୍ତି ସିଙ୍ଗଲ ବିଡ୍ ହେଇଯାଇଛି
ହୁଁ।
ସିଙ୍ଗଲ ବିଡ୍ ହେଲାରୁ କିଣି ପାରୁନାହାନ୍ତି ଏବେ ରିସେଣ୍ଟଲି ବି ମୁଁ ବୁଝିଥିଲି ସେମାନେ କହିଲେ ନାଇଁ ଏବେ ସିଙ୍ଗଲ ବିଡ୍ ହେଲେ ତାଙ୍କର ଅଛି 3 ଥର ନା କେତେ ଥର ହେଲେ ସେମାନେ ଗଭର୍ଣ୍ଣମେଣ୍ଟ ଠୁ ପୁଣି ଆପ୍ରୁଭାଲ ନେବେ
Single bit ଦିଥର ବୋଧେ
ହଁ
ତୃତୀୟ
something
ଥର ବୋଧେ
ହଁ
ଇଏ କରାଯାଏ ନା।
ଦିଥର ପରେ ସେମାନେ
ହଁ,
ଗଭର୍ଣ୍ଣମେଣ୍ଟ କୁ ମୁଭ କରିବେ ଇଟ ଇଜ ଏସେନ୍ସିଆଲ ଆଇଟମ
ହଁ,
ଲେଖିକିରି
that's
ଏସେନ୍ସିଆଲ
good.
ସାର୍ଟିଫିକେଟ ଦେବେ ସେ କହିଛନ୍ତି ଯେ ଏଇଥରକ ଆମେ କରିବୁ
Okay.
5 ବର୍ଷ
ହଁ ସେ medicine।
Professor Dr. Lucy Das submits that tender has been, she has instruction that tender has been floated for a new visual perimeter machine, and twice the tender has become unsuccessful because of the single bid. And this time the tender has been floated and it is likely to be materialized. है ना? Madam,
Madam Secretary.
Madam Secretary, please
We
see
will
that
expedite.
this
We
is
will
the news item published and you have heard about it perhaps. This visual perimeter machine tender has been floated repeatedly, as Madam says. So it is very much essential for that department, ophthalmology department. Please see that how it can be, this problem can be sorted out and the new machine is brought to the SCB Medical College.
Instructions are duly noted, my lord.
All right, Madam has also assured like them. है ना?
kindly see how the people are inside the campus of SC. So, attendants are sleeping in the new night inside the campus standing.
It's a newspaper clipping that taken on record for you. Please, sir.
କଟକ ବଡ ଡାକ୍ତରଖାନା ଶୀତ କାଟ
ଏଇଟା ଯୋଉ ଆଟେଣ୍ଡାନ୍ସ ମାନେ ଆସିବା କଥା ସେମାନେ ସାର୍ ତାଙ୍କ ଘର ବି ଆଜି ପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ ତିଆରି ହେଇପାରିଲାନି।
ହୋଇ ରହୁଛନ୍ତି ସେମାନଙ୍କ ପାଇଁ କିଛି ନାହିଁ ରାତିରେ ଶୀତ କାକରରେ ପଡି ରହିଛନ୍ତି କୌଣସି ବ୍ୟବସ୍ଥା ହେଇନାହିଁ ଆସି
Madam, what do you say?
ସାର୍ ସାର୍ ତ ଯାଉଛନ୍ତି ଦେଖିଛନ୍ତି ଆମେ ବହୁତ ଜାଗାରେ ଆଟେଣ୍ଡାନ୍ସ ସେଟ୍ କରିଦେଲୁ
dispute ନାହିଁ ଆପଣ
ହଁ
ଆପଣ ସତ ସହିତ ପରିଚିତ
ହଁ ସାର୍
ପେପରରେ ଯାହା ଲେଖା ହେଇଛି ଏଟା ଗୋଟେ କିଛି ଅତିରଞ୍ଜିତ କରି ଲେଖା ହେଇଛି ବୋଲି ନୁହେଁ. They have several photographs have been published. So any arrangement is to be made for this attendance. Madam, what can be done? There is a news item published in a local news that is that Sambad, it is dated 9th December 2024, that how the attendants are suffering and how they are sleeping on the footpath and outside in this winter.
Medicine
And,
in
nothing
front
has
of
been-
medicine ward and also surgery ward, front of medicine ward, surgery
in
ward.
front of medicine ward,
Surgery
then surgery, all these things, and
ମଶା ପ୍ରବଳ ମଶା ସେଠି
the of course mosquitoes are there.
କିଛି ନାହିଁ,
And
nothing.
so what do you what your government is planning to do for this attendance?
My lord, I would like to inform the Honorable Lordship that I had also visited SCB on 12th of this month to see the situation and to have a assessment and understanding for myself. We had a detailed tour of the campus. We visited different departments along with the staff and the dean cum superintendent of SCB and also the RDC of Cuttack. So that we get interdepartmental coordination. What we've also seen is that, sir, there are a lot of efforts that has gone into expanding services for both the patients and their attendants over the years. However, some of these happen to be inadequate in view of the large number of patients who come to SEB every day. Our commitment is to make sure that, sir, adequate facilities are given. However, after the visit, sir, we had a more than 2 hour long discussion with all the stakeholders of SCB, including the staff of the SCB itself, and also of various departments like R&B. The understanding was also that, sir, it requires a new assessment because land and space happens to be a binding constraint within SCB. One of the other issues that was also raised with respect to this case is regarding the mother and child hospital. Even for that, there were issues because recently there was a parking space that was allocated. Master plan was prepared accordingly. However, in view of a recent order of the Honorable NGT, we have to redraw the master plan and shift the parking space elsewhere. That has also put pressure on the already constrained land within SCB. So during my field visit, okay, they happened.
What we
Space both for parking and for MCH and for other amenities such as attendance shed. After the meeting, sir, we had a detailed discussion with the RDC. We have formed a multi-departmental team consisting of staff of SCB, R&B, the architect that is already in charge of redevelopment of SCB, and also the concerned executing agency. The instruction given to them is to have a field visit, demarcate the area, identify buildings that can currently not in use, which can be demolished so that land can be used, redraw the master plan, find space, submit the proposal at the earliest so that necessary government approvals can be taken. However, sir, since it is a complex issue and it requires coordination and cooperation from everybody, we have decided to have a committee under the chairmanship of the RDC Cuttack and have a meeting every month so that the progress can be monitored, reviewed, and in case any additional initiative need to be taken from the government side, sir, we will be taking it. And I will also be visiting periodically, sir, to assess it myself. What we've also seen is that, sir, when we are going along with the concerned officers, lot of issues can be sorted out there itself. My also request to the learned advocate committee also would be that we would be very happy, sir, to assist you in your endeavor. And since it is a collaborative effort, in the next meeting, we would also like to have their presence, sir, so that we can discuss, understand the issues that they have raised and flagged, and we will try to find solutions, sir. However, I would like to reiterate, sir, that we are committed to providing lasting solutions for issues faced by both patients and their attendants, sir.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. We think that for every department, there must be space provided for the attendant in the every department. But according to you, that space is not sufficient because huge number of patients are coming to those departments and attendants are also there. So that is the main problem you are facing, for which you are taking steps now.
Thank you, sir. And one is the issue of attendance, sir. We've also seen that we also may have to decentralize the distribution of drugs as well, sir. Now, when the Niramaya counters are working in few parts of SEB, when we had visited, sir, multiple departments, patients and attendants will have to come and stand in a queue in a different part of SEB. So we also may have to decentralize that. So I think what we have understood, sir, is that we need to have a relook at the master plan itself, identify, and I would really request assistance of the advocates committee for their valuable feedback in this regard as well, which we would be very happy to incorporate while making the master plan.
Madam, several medical colleges have been opened in different districts. So, what is the main reason that, in spite of that, why these patients are coming to without going there, they are coming to, or they are being referred here? Whether there is need for improvement of those medical colleges infrastructure, or the doctor's strength, or the equipments, etc., so that there would not be flow from those areas.
Sir, I would like to inform before your lordships that we have a system of referrals, sir. Primary health care is essentially has to be provided by the primary health center, our sub-center. Then the more complex cases can be forwarded to the subdivisional headquarter hospital, district headquarter hospital, and then the medical colleges. However, we have also seen in many cases that something that can be dealt at the primary health center level is sometimes going to subdivisional headquarter, district headquarter, and in some cases, what can be dealt by a medical college in a district is also being referred and or coming to SCB medical college. There are a number of reasons, sir. One is we are unable to meet our demand for doctors in our state. Just for an instance, my lord, that even in the last recruitment that was done last year, though we had published requisition and advertisement for recruitment of approximately 7,000 doctors, we could get only less than 2,500 doctors. This is only the MBBS, sir.
Okay.
So when the difference between the demand and supply is huge, some of our periphery hospitals are not able to provide the kind of facilities that they are able to provide, and then they come. Similar could be the case with medical colleges also, wherein they are providing the broad specialty and super specialty. However, much more complex surgeries like implants or like transplantation, they have to come to SEB. Second reason is, fortunately or unfortunately, my lord, is the image and the brand value of SCB itself. Over the years, sir, SCB has created a brand value for itself, wherein the understanding and the perception of the public is that the best of the doctors get posted.
Right.
Therefore, also they come to SCB.
Okay, we'll mention all these statement which we have made. Okay, so let us see that order. So this almost covers about this SCB medical college. Okay. Now we are coming to this data lecture. This has been brought to the notice of the by the advocate committee about the condition of the attendance in this one, and what Madam has stated, that is given. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, Postgraduate Institute of Pediatrics, Sishu Bhavan, and in this case, we asked the Secretary Health along with Collector Cuttack, DCP Cuttack, Commissioner CMC to remain present through VC or in person. So they are all
they're present.
Okay. Now
There are 3 affidavits and 1 compliance report. But the affidavits by it was only the municipal corporation affidavit due to paucity of time and not been filed. I'm handing it over. Sishu Bhavan affidavit was filed yesterday, but it seems to be not on the record, my lords. I'll hand over a copy. The compliance report by the DCP and the affidavit by the collector actually rides on these two. So these two, if my lord looks at, those two are not necessary. Gate. My lords, there is some issue. The institute itself had shut it. That was what.
No, ସେମାନେ ମାଡି ବସିକି ଅଛନ୍ତି
No,
since
no,
20 years.
coach.
That is the wrong thing.
Coach. What institute? The Sishu Bhavan, my lords.
That side.
That's municipality, my lords. This Sishu Bhavan, my lords. First, kindly have a look at this.
ଗୋଟେ ଆଗରୁ ଟିକେ ଦେଇଥିଲେ ସେମାନେ ଦେଖିଥାନ୍ତେ ଆମେ ଫାଇଲ ହେଇଛି ଆମେ ତ ପୁଣି ଆପଣ ଆମେ କଣ କହିଥିଲୁ
given a copy to yes. What you have pointed out here.
ସେମାନେ ସାର୍ କହୁଛନ୍ତି ସେ ଗେଟ୍ ଟା କୁଆଡେ ସେ ଇନଷ୍ଟିଟ୍ୟୁସନ ନିଜେ ବନ୍ଦ କରିଛି 20 ବର୍ଷ।
No, just a minute. Let us go to Mr. Das. Will go through. Yes. Yes.
My lord, no. This is the municipal corporation. My lord, may first have a look at the Sishu Bhavan affidavit. Page 3 of that affidavit, my lord. My lord, page 3 of that, my lord, Roman 3. Is relevant to submit here. There were proceedings of the meeting dated 19/5/2016. The rear gate Lalbagh side of the SVP, the Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel Postgraduate Institute of Pediatrics, was shut to avoid free entry of unwanted vehicles for the safety of the patients and to reduce the pollution in the hospital campus. The gate has remained closed since then. Copy of the proceedings of the meeting dated 19/5/16 is annexed to this, annexed D. So once that gate remained shut, like a vacuum happens, they moved in. Now what has happened, then my lords may come to the municipal corporation's affidavit. My lord is directed to verify in detail the vendors, their licenses and etc.
No, Mr. Naik.
My lord.
This is of the year 2016.
It's remained shut since then, until now, when my lords have taken up the matter. Now what has happened?
16, there is no review and nothing.
No, it hasn't happened. There were some incidents I was given to understand. There were some attacks on doctors by miscreants then. So the junior doctors had gone on strike. So to maintain the safety of patients, that gate was shut. It was not reviewed afterwards. My lords have now taken it up. Now we'll open it with adequate protection because it's also been used as a thoroughfare. So police outpost and Lalbagh, everything that we will take care of.
No, where have you opened that? Mentioned that will be opened on and
No, it has not been opened yet. That's why, my lords, I'm referring to the second affidavit.
मेन गेट पाखरे जदि पसिष्टि डाक्टर को अटैक करे सेटा बंद कर दो।
नहीं हबनी
हां एसीबी टा भी बंद कर दियो जदि पसिष्टि मंगला
let us see. Yes,
para 4, my lords, page 2 of the CMC's affidavit.
जो टेक्निकल खाली हेडिंग है এটা হচ্ছে শিশু ভবন স্যার এটা দেখবেন এটা হচ্ছে ফার্স্ট লেসন টু affidavit filed by superintendent committee শিশু ভবন है ना page 3 Roman 3 है ना এটা ওটে আউটা কোডা কলে
once my lord has that, my lords, the CMC affidavit that I have just given,
CMC affidavit paragraph
page 2 para 4
page 2 paragraph
again
लिखी दो CMC affidavit page 2 para 4
my lords. I'll place my lord.
Yes.
Is humbly submitted as per section.
As you have received this affidavit,
sir.
Yes.
As per section 22 of the Street Vendors Act 2014, the town vending committee was constituted in CMC in the year 2017, and subsequently the committee has been reconstituted during the year 2020 and 23. As the prescribed tenure of such committee is 3 years. The said committee is now functioning. The office orders have been annexed. Para 5. Regarding issuance of vending certificates to the vendors vending in front of and around the rear gate of Sishu Bhavan, Lalbagh side, it is humbly submitted that no records are traceable in the CMC office to determine whether vending certificates have been issued or not. It has been ascertained that 24 numbers of vendors are vending on the said site. They were asked to produce their vending certificates. However, out of 24 vendors, 19 vendors have submitted copies of identity cards which have been issued by the CMC on 15/7/20, which will expire on 15/7/25. The copies have been annexed. It is humbly submitted
What
as
is this
per
identity card?
the vending identity card.
Okay.
So I'm coming to the regulations also, and which is why
Yes,
I'm submitting
yes.
this. Para 6, my lords, it is humbly submitted as per records. The rear gate of Sishu Bhavan was shut pursuant to the proceeding dated 19/5/2016 that my lord had pointed out in the Sishu Bhavan affidavit. Para 7 is pertinent to mention here that as per section 38 of the Street Vendors Act, the Odisha Street Vendors Scheme 2015 has been formulated by the government in Housing and Urban Development Department and notified in the Odisha Gazette on 6th of July 2015. Under the said scheme, as per clause 7(1)(b), the vendor shall not obstruct the free movement of pedestrians and traffic in any way. Clause 7, subclause 2 empowers the authority to shift the street vendor to other locations under exceptional circumstances in the greater interest of the public. Under 6(2) of the Act, every street vendor who has been issued certificate of vending under subsection 1 shall be issued identity cards in such form and manner as may be specified in the scheme. Now, my lords, our problem is that our records do not show vending certificates, but they have identity cards issued by us. That means the presumption, my lords, is they must have certificates, but we don't have those records. So tomorrow, there's a provision that immediate meeting will be called. All these certificates, identity cards will be verified, and whatever measures are necessary to be taken according to the scheme and regulations, we'll take those measures and we'll expedite opening of the gate immediately.
And Mr. Naik,
My lords.
you yourself pointed out that empowers the authority to shift the street vendor to other location under exceptional circumstances.
My lord.
There cannot be any other urgency than this.
My lord.
If this cannot be an exceptional circumstance, then nothing can be an exceptional circumstance.
My lord, absolutely.
Don't do anything which will render this nugatory.
My lords. Absolutely.
We hope that you understand the concern of the court.
But my humble submission.
And another thing, so far as opening of this gate is concerned, so far as security and other things is concerned, it is the concern of the state.
My lords.
Since you represent both the state as well as the municipality.
I'll do the needful.
So the state cannot come up with the excuse that we can't provide security to our doctors.
Not at all. Because this was not within my knowledge.
We can't allow hooligans to take over.
Absolutely. My lords.
And that is in front of a police station.
Yes, my lord.
And right under the nose of the High Court.
High Court
we'll take immediate measures. What has happened in the meantime because of these issues is coordinate benches orders were also there. So
that's on a different point. What we passed the order, we said that this particular gate is to be opened. We have not stated anything about that order. We have stated that the gate is to be opened so that the doctors, the attendants, the patient, the ambulance should pass through this gate. That is the
yes. Understood, my lords. Since now this position is clear, I'll expeditedly, my lords.
Right, we were really shocked that for last 8 years nobody is thinking of it.
My lord.
Every day we passed with we thought that it's a temporarily it is closed.
My lord.
And you have closed it and almost institutionalized it. And if it has been done because the junior doctors were attacked or something, then it's a shame on all of us. If we can't protect our doctors who are treating our children, what else can we say?
I'll do the needful. Measures. I'll see to it that it is expedited.
And where is the DCP?
He's there. DCP is there. Commissioner CMC is there.
CMC affidavit 4, 5. Please give the pen drive.
My lord. I don't have it immediately, my lord. I'll procure it and give it.
Just a minute, Mr. Da. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Mr. stated that since there is no documentary proof relating to this one about this identity card, which has been pursued.
How many have been produced, Mr. Naik?
19 out of 24.
Vendors. The CMC is proposing to convene a meeting tomorrow, that is on 20th of December 2025. What you are supposed to do in that meeting?
My lords, we'll verify all those cards.
And all the identity cards will be verified.
And we will if vending certificates they are able to produce, okay. If not, we'll cancel them after giving them an opportunity of hearing, and we'll ensure that they are not in front of the gate.
Yes. And if states in terms of clause 7(2) of
There's the scheme, my lords.
Odisha so scheme service so that it will be easier for you to copy sets. এইটা ବି ଦିଅନ୍ତୁ ଆଉ ଏଇଟା ବି ଦିଅନ୍ତୁ ଆପଣଙ୍କର ଯୋଉ affidavit file କରିଛନ୍ତି superintendent
Again,
ହେଲା
both soft copies and pen drive.
now we'll come to the DCP. Yes, Mr. DCP.
Is there?
सर नमस्कार सर
Okay, please, an affidavit has been filed today by the London Council for the state, and that is filed by Mr. Prabhakar Mishra, who is now working as the superintendent of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel Institute. So in that affidavit, it is stated that a meeting was convened on 19/5/2016, and the rear gate, which was from the side of Lalbagh side, that was sought to avoid free entry of unwanted vehicles for the safety of patients and to reduce the pollution in the hospital campus, and the gate has remained closed since then. And after the rear gate is opened, necessary arrangement will be made to prevent the use of internal SBP PGIP road as thoroughfare. So what has been stated by the London Council for the state, that there is some security problem arose and some doctors were perhaps attacked, and that is the reason why this decision was taken. Now they are making necessary taking necessary steps to see that this particular gate is opened. Okay, and for that they have called some street vendors to do the needful in terms of the act and rules what is there. Now we hope that necessary security is to be provided once this gate is open, at least you see that there should not be any this antisocial elements or unwanted vehicles should enter into the campus, and only these patients, attendants, and all these doctors, the vehicles that be permitted to enter, and there should not be any concern of this issue. So please tell us something. How do you want to address this problem?
Sir, this problem has come to my notice just now, sir. First, to open the gate, I think those vendors need to be first removed from there, sir. So that meeting will be conducted tomorrow. As just I got to know now that who are sitting there legally, who is sitting there illegally, that has to be decided. They have to be removed from there. Then only we can open the gate also, because they are
Right.
sitting in front of the gate also.
Hmm.
So that is the first step. Second, sir, we are duty bound to provide security, sir. We will provide this our PCR patrolling. We can improve there. Even we can install a beat post there. So I will take all the steps to provide security there.
And another concern, Mr. DCP, is
Sir.
that it should not be used as a thoroughfare for people commuting from this side to the ring road.
Sir.
So kindly come up with a proposal, or so that can be arrested. That is one of the main concerns why probably that gate was closed.
I have been given to understand, my lords, on this point,
So,
that most of those people who use it as a thoroughfare are local people. So they practically push their way through from private security guards. So that is
Naik, local or no local doesn't make any sense.
my lord.
If the doctors who are treating the patients are attacked,
My lord.
whether local or no local, we have
Absolutely,
to-
my lord.
and it's pediatrics. It's pediatrics.
The thoroughfare.
That thoroughfare thing, you have to have boom barrier.
They are to just to come to this place,
Hello.
this square, High Court Square,
Hello.
and they are to go to that. They can go.
My lord.
And there is also another route there in by the
My
side of the Jagannath temple. So that is there. Two roads are already
My-
there in existence.
No, you
So
have to
if-
have those boom barriers or something.
My lords, my lords. Once my lords, after today, my lords will ensure that it is done at the earliest.
पुलिस एड पोस्ट पे सर हमें कहते आपण भी ऑर्डर रे सर अच्छी सेट
ये बेगे पान
पुलिस एड पोस्ट पे गोटे सर आपण जे पेज
कौशल
8
में बीट पोस्ट करिवे
No,
निश्चित करू.
सर
that DCP will take.
DCP is assuring Mr. Das the main issue which Mr. Nayak has flagged is first to identify
सर
who are the vendors who are not the vendors because there is no record as they say. They have candidly admit there is no record, but some identity cards have surfaced. So we do not know whether the identity cards are authentic or not.
Right.
That has to be seen. If they have identity cards, they have certain rights which has to be protected. We are governed by the rule of law. Emotions are good, but at the same time,
sir emotion sir we have seen because it very
No,
adjacent to the high
Mr. Das, you must understand the concern of the court also.
that's correct
We can't be Alexanders. We are governed by rule of law. But madam, they cannot see it in front of the
how?
gate.
No, that is.
Mr. Chaudhary, there is nothing.
That is there is the provision
and
is there that they can, if required, they can be
Shifted to
that is shifted. That provision is there. They are not powerless. That even though
And Mr. Nayak, we are discussing how this address of the vendor site near Sishu Bhavan. This is neither here nor there. So if you say it is near Sishu Bhavan, you legitimize their encroaching on the road.
they should have. You see, when you are issuing such certificate, it should be specified that this is the particular location where you are to, not that near Sishu Bhavan. Then they will tomorrow sit in front of the cantonment. That Lalbagh police station. That we have been allotted they will sit in front of the High Court gate. That this is also near the Sishu Bhavan.
The commissioner is here. I've understood.
I do not know who has issued that identity.
Exactly.
If it is authentic, then how in that way, in the vague manner, it has near Sishu Bhavan.
CNC commissioner is there
Yes, the urgent need to do that exercise is for tomorrow itself, and
Yes,
we'll
sir.
do it.
Mr. Commissioner,
Sir, namaskar. Sir.
we do not know whether this identity card are authentic or not. Please examine it. Tomorrow, Mr. Nayak has said that a meeting is likely to be convened, and if it is found that it is there are forged documents, you take steps in accordance with law. Because by using forged document and these documents are produced also before the court, it's really a serious concern. If you find that this has not been done by your PMC, and these are the forged document, you take steps immediately.
Sir. Bank of India to mass education.
And please see that in future, if you issue such certificate, please specify the exact location where they supposed to perform this vending work. It is not near Sishu Bhavan. Another, we find that it is mentioned that Bank of India to school and mass education. So that means wherever they will like, in between this place, they can open their shop. Please understand the problem which we are facing, everybody is facing.
Sir, henceforward ଆମେ ଯୋଉ ଯାହାକୁ ବି ଦବୁ ଆଇଡେଣ୍ଟି କାର୍ଡ ସ୍ପେସିଫାଇ କରିଦବୁ ଏକ୍ସାକ୍ଟ ଲୋକେସନ କୋଉ ଲୋକେସନ ରେ ସେ ବସିବେ କାଲି ତ ଆମର ମିଟିଂ ଅଛି ସାର୍ ସେ ମିଟିଂ ରେ ଡିଟେଲ ଏ ବିଷୟରେ ଆମେ ଡିସ୍କସନ କଲା ପରେ
and please visit that spot.
Yes, sir.
Before granting license, it is required that you should make an spot inquiry.
Sir.
So the spot inquiry कले आपण जानी परिबे एठी जदी आमे जणकू अलाउ करिवु वेंडिंग करिवा पाई अन्य मानकर किछि असुविधा हबो कि जनसाधारण किछि असुविधा हबो कि रोड ब्लॉकेज हबो कि कोनसी इंस्टिट्यूट रो असुविधा हबो कि तो आकु जदी न देखिने आपण सियाडे लाइसेंस इशू कर देबे ऑफिस रे बसिकिनी जा तमे से शिशु भवन सामने रे आपण व्यापार करिवे सी आसिले शिशु भवन गेट सामने रे व्यापार करिवे
सर ऑनरेबल कोर्ट जहा ऑर्डर कले ताको नोटेट करछि ताको फॉलो अप करिउ सर
ओके मेंशन एगला करिवे तो CMC commissioner has also appeared and
There was a lot of other issues highlighted by the Learned Advocates Committee on Sishu Bhavan. I have tried to, as much as possible, address those issues in the affidavit.
Mr. Naik,
Ma'am.
since we are on the vending zone,
Ma'am.
And the meeting is tomorrow,
Ma'am.
also try to do take up the exercise of declaring this as a no vending zone.
Ma'am. Absolutely, my lords. Understood.
And other issues which have been highlighted, they have taken so much of pain. Really, it is appreciated that what are things to be done. So have you?
I have addressed almost all of them. One by one, my lords. In that affidavit of Sishu Bhavan, my lords will see.
ଆପଣ କପି ଦେଇଛନ୍ତି ତ ମିଷ୍ଟର ଦାସଙ୍କୁ କପି ଦେଇଛନ୍ତି ଆଚ୍ଛା ଏଇ ତା ଦେହରେ ଅନ୍ୟ ଜିନିଷ ଗୁଡାକ ଦେଖିଛନ୍ତି
କୋଠା କାହିଁ ଖୋଲା ହବ ସେ ବିଲ୍ଡିଂ ଖୋଲା ହଉନି ସାର୍ 130 କୋଟି ଟଙ୍କା ସାର୍ ଖର୍ଚ୍ଚ ହେଇଛି ସେକ୍ରେଟାରୀ ଅଛନ୍ତି କେତେ ଲକ୍ଷ ଟଙ୍କା ଯାଉଛି ମାସକୁ
ସେ କୋଉଥିରେ ରିପ୍ଲାଇ କରୁଛନ୍ତି ଦେଖିବ 4 ଲକ୍ଷ ଟଙ୍କା
ସେଟା ପଢନ୍ତୁ
So that is all for the Sishu Bhavan.
ନାଇଁ ସାର୍ ଆଉ ଟିକେ ସାର୍ ରହିଲା ସେଠି ସାର୍ ଗୋଟେ ବିଲ୍ଡିଂ ଯୋଉ ନୂଆ ବିଲ୍ଡିଂ ହେଇଛି ସାର୍ ସେଟାରେ 4 ଲକ୍ଷ ଟଙ୍କା ପର ମନ୍ଥ ସାର୍ ଯାଉଛି ଇଲେକ୍ଟ୍ରିସିଟି
Mr. We wanted to know
ଆମର ପଟେ ଦେଖୁନ ଏଠି ଦେଖି
page 9 of last one.
Page 9. ଆମେ କହିଥିଲୁ କେବେ ଇଏ କରିବ ବୋଲି ସେଟା କୋଉଠି ଲେଖା ହେଇଛି କହିଲେ ମିଷ୍ଟର ନାୟକ ପ୍ଲିଜ ସି ଆମେ ଗୋଟେ କହିଥିଲୁ ଯେ ସେ ଯୋଉ ଦିଟା ବିଲ୍ଡିଂ ହେଇଛି ଗୋଟେ କଣ ସେ ଯୋଉ ନର୍ମାଲ ସେଟା ଆମେ ଅର୍ଡରରେ ମେନସନ କରିଥିଲୁ
Hello, this is internal page 9 of 22 of that order, my lords.
Right. My lords. So who is to say about this aspect?
My lords, I have mentioned in the affidavit also.
So, no, just let us be clear.
My lord.
It has been it shall be specifically mentioned in the they have said that it is a G+6 new building in the Sishu Bhavan, and there is also a hostel building for the postgraduate students. And the infrastructure is complete, but it has not been made operational. So we have stated that in the affidavit, you are to specify as to when this G+6 new building of Sishu Bhavan, so also the hostel building of the postgraduate student shall be made operational. So what is your instruction? What you have stated about this? केबे खोलिबो से जो ते ऑपरेशन हबो से दीटा बिल्डिंग गोटे G+6 न्यू बिल्डिंग आ गोटे होची हॉस्टल कोन लिखि छथि आपण से गेट
Let's page 1 of that affidavit. The G+6 multi-unit
kahar affidavit re
eta Sishu Bhavan affidavit.
Sishu Bhavan superintendent.
Okay.
You've only given one copy.
No, my lords. What has happened was it was filed yesterday, e-filed, so I thought it would be on record. That's why one copy already provided.
Already.
ନା ମୁଁ ଦେଇଛୁ
ସେଇଟା
ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ନୂଆ ଅଛି
Call it. No, please.
It's page 1, my lords, paragraph 2, Roman 1.
Paragraph 2.
Roman 1, my lords. The G+6 multi-utility hospital and PG hostel building is in bold. The ROR of the concerned land, that was one of the concerns highlighted, has been mutated, showing the Health and Family Welfare Department as the recorded tenant. That copy is, my lords, annexed. Accordingly, the proposal for hospital building plan approval has been submitted before the CDA and placed before the Development Plan and Building Committee meeting of the CDA on 26/11/24. As per the directives of that committee, on 26/11, The superintending engineer R&B Division 1 has been requested by letter number so and so to do the needful. Accordingly, the required amount of 7,44,500 has been deposited already for that approval. I am coming to the next parameters. The detailed compliance on the points raised by the CDA has been submitted before the planning member CDA, right? Office letter number so and so dated 28/10/2024 for obtaining the building plan approval. Pending approval of the building plan, based on the existing fire safety measures, 1-year exemption has been granted from the requirement of submission of building plan for obtaining fire certificate, right? Letter dated 10/12/24 of the Directorate of Fire and Emergency Services. Accordingly, my lords, all steps are being taken to immediately apply. We have just received this approval, my lords, exemption. So we'll apply for that immediately, get the fire safety certificate, and this and obtain it. My lords, may then come to page 3, Roman 5. The plan to make the new G+6 multi-utility hospital building functional has been prepared by the R&B Cuttack on request of the Superintendent SVP PGIP, and this includes record room, blood bank, mortuary, BMW plant, multi-utility centers, canteen, refresher room for government ambulance driver, laundry, fire brigade room and police outpost, garden cum play area for children. In this regard, copies of the proceedings held with the line departments on 34/24 along with estimate for approval, they have already been made. My lord will say that pursuant to the said proceeding, the DMET has been requested to obtain administrative approval of the estimated funds amounting to approximately 7.99 crores. Right, letter dated so and so. After approval and disbursement of the estimated amount, steps for initiating will be undertaken right at it. So this will expedite and will.
ଆପଣ ଗୋଟେ ଆପଣ ଯୋଡେ ବିଲ୍ଡିଂ ଛିଡା କରିଦେଲେ ସେ କାମରେ ଲାଗୁନି 2 ବର୍ଷ ହେଲାଣି ଆପଣ ଏ ଡିପାର୍ଟମେଣ୍ଟ ସେ ଡିପାର୍ଟମେଣ୍ଟ କୁ ଟଙ୍କା ଦଉଛି ସେ ଡିପାର୍ଟମେଣ୍ଟ କଣ କରୁଛି we are least concerned. We want to know, rather the public wants to know, the advocates committee want to know that when this will be made functional. ଆପଣ କଣ କରୁଛନ୍ତି internally କୋଉ ଡିପାର୍ଟମେଣ୍ଟ କେତେ ଟଙ୍କା କାହାକୁ ଦଉଛି we are least concerned about it. ଆପଣ it is just like as if you are sleeping. You rose from the deep slumber when the order was passed because of that publication of the news, when this advocates committee took pain to visit and highlight it. So whatever it done, you have taken steps. It is good that, but rather, as you said that you are expediting, can we expect a timeline from you and make a statement?
Madam Secretary is there.
Madam, please.
The main constraint for operationalization of the G+6 hospital building was the issuance of the fire safety certificate. In this regard, the then Commissioner cum Secretary had also written to the DG Fire Services. If you permit, my lord, I'm reading from the letter itself that this is with respect to the WPC number 28252 of 2011 filed by Maitri Sansad versus State of Odisha and others. We have filed affidavits before the Honorable High Court indicating specific assurance for implementation of various activities related to Sishu Bhavan Cuttack, including operationalization of the G+6 building. For operationalization, issuance of fire safety certificate by the appropriate authority is urgently required. However, it is learned that the hospital are unable to file application due to the fact that alienation of government land is under process. So exemption was asked for, which the fire department has given, sir, day before yesterday. We have received, and we have also instructed the superintendent who is present online today for filing the application, which will be done since we have already received a one-time exemption in favor of the Sishu Bhavan. Sir, in this regard, I would like to read from the letter that we have received from Directorate of Fire and Emergency Services. Government in Home Department have been pleased to grant one-time exemption in favor of the new complex at Sishu Bhavan Cuttack from the requirement of submission of building plan for the issuance of fire safety certificate. After due inspection by the authorized officer, it has been found that the complex has reasonable fire safety measures. So therefore, they have agreed to give one-time exemption and ask the authorized officer to file the requisition. And once the fire safety certificate is received, sir, immediately the building will be operationalized.
When are you issuing that?
So would have the government department, sir.
ଆପଣ ହିଁ କହିବେ. Is there anybody from this fire safety?
No, there isn't. The
ମାସକୁ
letter
4 ଲକ୍ଷ
also
ଟଙ୍କା
mentions
electricity
that
bill ଯାଉଛି।
the permission has to be sought offline, not online.
Hmm.
So tomorrow we'll move that permission because we've just received the exemption.
Hmm.
And at the earliest possible, I'll instruct to issue that
And
certificate.
madam, so far as that the DMET is to take some steps regarding placing of funds and funds, etc. Kindly look into it.
My lord, DMET is currently present with me. He assures, he assures that finance concurrence is already sought. Process is ongoing, and he will expedite process, and immediately it will be sanctioned. He will take necessary steps, sir.
Can you suggest any, reasonable timeline within which all this can be done?
Sir, regarding the operationalization of the G+6 building,
Yes.
Once the fire safety is done, sir, the superintendent yesterday when we had the discussion also he assured that once the fire safety is done, immediately the building can be operationalized.
All right.
My next date, my lords, I'll give a progress report on what has happened.
Every
Mr.
month-
Naik, this will be taking up on priority basis,
My
as
lord.
my lord said.
Next date, my lords, whenever we have the next date,
Sir,
I'll immediately take it.
Every month 4 lakhs rupees central air condition charge seven
No,
ଦଉଛନ୍ତି।
we have
That
spoken, we have
that is required for maintenance. That can't be helped.
it cannot be
Set up.
stopped, Mr. Otherwise, that will be.
Sir, 2.5 months, 2.5 ବର୍ଷ sir ହେଇଗଲା।
No, we understand. That is the. It is good that they have already started and.
No, they
They
you
have
see, the
progressed and, when
Madam
this
Secretary was
Madam
telling about
Secretary is,
alienation issue is now solved. This
Fire
fire
safety also
safety,
solved.
this provisional.
only this fire
Fire
safety
safety is
will be looked
important.
at
Sir, ସବୁଗୁଡା
thereafter.
ଗୋଟିଏ department, all are state government, sir.
No, it's all right. So we'll take up this matter, Acha.
Both the Naiks should take care.
Now, that is all so far as this Sishu
Sishu
Bhavan
Bhavan
is
is
concerned.
concerned.
We'll take one more issue and next all these issues will remain. What is about that removal of encroachment from Mangalabag Square to Acharya Harihar Postgraduate Institute of Cancer?
May I just, Your Lordship, actually in this agenda only, in this particular point, Your Lordship, we had filed an intervention that's there in the flag 237. We just want to bring to the notice that common wording encroachment, actually there is a vending zone there. And which was constituted after a lawyers committee had gone there and the High Court had directed for the same, that you would collect construction money also from them. And all those things are there. And in fact, there are 3 PILs regarding the same matter. They used to come before the Chief Justice.
No, are you not interested? Let us see in a personal capacity that this gate should open.
Then I'm not talking about this
No,
building.
that we just want first that this gate should open, madam.
We are not talking about Sishu.
Then,
Which
Third agenda, that Mangalabag.
Mangalabag,
oh, no, we have to. Please wait. Let us hear. Then we'll hear. Just what is your? We said that the Mr. Naik, you submitted that the removal work of all the encroachments over the drain has been completed.
My lords.
So
sir drain ଟା ଆମ sir report photo ପୁରା
report ଦେଇଛନ୍ତି
sir ଦେଇଛି sir ସେ photo total remove sir ହେଇନି ଆଜି ପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ ଏକଦମ ପୁରା total mosquito sir ଲାଗି
ଏଟା କେବେ ଆପଣ କହୁଛନ୍ତି ଏଟା ତ 28/11/2024 ର ଅର୍ଡର ଥିଲା ଯେ ଆପଣ he made a statement the it is the statement which has been made by Mr. Naik that the CMC authorities were instructed directed to remove all the encroachment over the drain from Mangalabag Square to Acharya Harihar Postgraduate Institute of Compliance to file the compliance report, and he submitted that the removal work of all the encroachment over the drain has been completed. This is the statement made by the London Council for the CMC. That is why we asked the committee to visit the spot and submit a report.
sir ଆମେ visited that spot
After this order.
after ଦେଖିଲେ ସେ order ଆମେ sir report ଟା ଦେଇଛି
Where is your report? That
sir actually
just a minute. Mr. Commissioner. Mr. Naik placed a report. It must have been produced by you. And
Sir.
in that report, you stated that the removal work of all the encroachment over the drain has been completed. This we mentioned in the order dated 28/11/2024 from Mangalabag Square to Acharya Harihar Postgraduate Institute of Cancer. But that is the reason why we asked the Land Advocates Committee to visit the spot and submit a report. And the president is here standing before us, and he stated that after this order was passed, the Advocates Committee took all the pain to visit the spot and found that the encroachment over the drain is still there. So what do you want to say?
सर आम ऑनरेबल कोर्ट ऑर्डर करिया पूर्व ऑर्डर जो करथिले आमे एनक्रोचमेंट ड्रेन ऊपर जहा अछि सब माने एविक्ट करि देथिलु सर एबे भी आमे करि दे जदी
just a minute, let me show. आमे आपन को गोटे ऑर्डर ता बहुत पूर्वरु पास करथिलु आपनकर जो एरिया रे सब एनक्रोचमेंट ड्राइव होउची एनक्रोचमेंट ड्राइव रे जेहेतु लोकल आईआईसी पार्टिसिपेट करूचंती जदी एई एनक्रोचमेंट आपण हटेइबा परे पुणी जदी री एनक्रोचमेंट हुए ताहले से कंसर्न आईआईसी विल बी रेस्पोंसिबल एवं तापरे जदी पुणी फर्दर दरकार पड़े एनक्रोचमेंट रिमूव करिबा को देन दैट वुड बी that will be recovered from the salary of that IIC. That is the order which we have already passed. While we are dealing with the problem from Link Road to Badambadi and OMP Square to Nuwabazar, that order was passed. So, if according to you, this has been done, you have already removed the encroachment, and thereafter this re-encroachment has been made from Mangalabag to so you can file an affidavit so that we can seek for a response from the IIC Mangalabag police station because it is under his jurisdiction.
Sir,
just a minute. We want to listen from the DCP. Mr. DCP, are you here?
Yes, yes. Yes, sir.
I think that the discussion you must have been apprised that what we intend to.
Yes, sir.
The CMC authorities made a statement on 28/11/2024 that all the encroachments over the drain have been removed from Mangalabag Square to Cancer Hospital. Now the Advocates Committee, we asked the Advocates Committee to visit that location. Advocates Committee visited after that and they found that there is still encroachment. That means perhaps after the removal of that, again this re-encroachment has been made. We have already passed the order that if such thing happens, then the IIC, concerned IIC will be responsible. So please talk to your IIC Mangalabag police station and pass necessary instruction that if CMC has already removed the encroachments, how then it was again re-encroachment, how it became possible.
Kindly look into it, Mr. That was probably before you joined.
Okay, sir. Sir, I will ask, sir, and we will, if there is encroachment, sir, we will remove it, sir. There is no problem, sir.
No, not only remove, Mr. DCP. So far as this court's order is concerned, it was clear. In the first round, you have to clear the encroachments. Then a report is to be submitted to the IIC, and he is to ensure that there is no re-encroachment.
No further encroachment. Yes,
the concerned IIC was to be responsible for that particular area. But now what the Advocates Committee is saying is that again they have come up.
Some photographs are there. So
you put it on record, Mr. Das.
Yes, Mr. Das.
That way we can't.
Sir, kindly see some photographs of them.
Let the DCP take note of it.
We are passing this that you say that still there we are recording it. Take down. You heading of the removal of encroachment. 205. As per the order dated number 205 dated 28/11/2024, when a submission was made by the Land and Council for the CMC, that removal work of all the enforcement over the drain from Mangalabag Square to Acharya Harihar Postgraduate Institute of Cancer has been completed. We ask the Land Advocates Committee to visit the spot and submit a report. Have you submitted any report?
স্যার রিপোর্টটা দেইনো কিন্তু ফটোগ্রাফটা আছে
Acha. The Land President of the High Court Bar Association submitted that after the order was passed, the Advocates Committee visited the particular site and found that there are still some encroachment. All right. The Commissioner CMC submitted that appearing through Swanson that enforcement has already been removed, and we have already passed an order that if any enforcement is removed and there is further re-enforcement, the concerned IIC of the said area, the local jurisdiction of which that area falls, will be held accountable. The DCP appearing through virtual mode submitted that he will look into this matter and pass necessary instruction to the IIC of Mangalabad police station and see that all the enforcements over the drain from so is removed. And the report shall be submitted to that effect on the next day. Yes.
Lordships, may I just this common order may just create a little. I just want to show one High Court order which exists.
The High Court order says that you can have a on drain.
Your Lordships will.
No. Let us be clear on facts.
I'm not saying that.
No, if it is not,
Mr.
just a minute. If it is not on drain, it doesn't concern you.
Your Lordships, may I?
Is it on drain? Yes or no?
It's a temporary vending zone and the drain
on the drain granted by the CMC.
Underneath, yes, Your Lordships.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
That point of time.
By virtue of a High Court order, that's the issue here.
There was another advocates committee, my lords, in that about 10 years ago, maybe more than 12 years ago. They went and visited. And the issue that they had highlighted then was, I had going through the records for this issue, that all the patients and their attendants were coming to SCB MCH because they have this problem of having food at cheap prices. That's why the issue was highlighted, because hundreds of people are coming every day. They can't afford hotels. So a decision was taken, conscious decision, that a temporary vending zone without any permanent construction, 50 meters away from the gate of the hospital building in front of Acharya Harihar Square, will be provided so that these vendors who are selling these food items may provide them at very small cost. That was the idea why that was allowed.
And also, some people want to heat milk or water. But you will see those photographs. I absolutely acknowledge that there was encroachment. In fact, we produced recent, because that was going on 2-3 months ago. You'll see that PI was also coming up, where we produced photographs and showed the court that, see, these are the vending zones and these are the encroachers, and these encroachers should not be there. Those photographs also are very
clear. We are concerned only with this encroachment over that particular drain.
But if the drain word is common, then this are absolutely green color shops with numbers.
Even if we take your submission, that if it is an identified area which has been given to you,
Lordships.
So what is your apprehension? Your apprehension seems to be presumptive.
No, I'm only saying that once the word encroachment on drains has come, then this also comes.
No, if you are not comfortable with the word of encroachment, give us a better word, we'll incorporate.
No, while Lordships are passing these orders, we'll just consider, and maybe we'll also have an alternative.
This court is absolutely conscious that whatever orders have been passed by coordinate bench, there should not be any conflict at all.
Right.
That we are very much conscious, more conscious than you. But the question that is bothering us, Ms. Ratho, is that so far as encroachment on drains is concerned, how can there be two opinions about it?
What they've done is that these are actually high heated.
Let us see what they are doing.
And cleaning is also possible underneath the.
Let us see what they are doing. If in any way you are affected, you know your remedy. No, you don't exercise advisory jurisdiction in this.
I understand that PIL are never adversarial in nature. I just had to bring this, Lordships, to note.
No, that point is very well taken. But you yourself said that the areas which has been given to you or the interveners, it is an identified area with a different color.
There is no problem, Mr. Ratho.
Proper numbers, construction costs were taken.
That is exactly my esteemed brother is asking that
Yes, what really happened is when the lawyers committee did go there, they did not segregate that area. So that was where
no, no,
they
that
even
is why exactly see that whether there is anything on that particular drain.
In fact, there is. I'll clarify.
हाँ,
Now
there
I'll
is.
clarify. There is.
There is.
All this.
There is a drain.
हाँ,
There is
तो
a
मना
drain.
करो।
And over the drain there is sitting.
से photo देखने भी जाना पड़ेगा।
These
ଅତି ଅସ୍ୱାସ୍ଥ୍ୟକର ପରିବେଶ।
There is a drain. बहुत dirty ହେଇକି ଅଛି।
ଟିକେ କହିଦିଅନ୍ତୁ ନାୟକ ବାବୁ।
There is a conscious decision taken at that point of time, balancing the interest, the conflicting interest of having that area entirely free from vendors, as well as with the people who are coming there. The large number of people are coming there. So the decision was taken that even though there is a drain, the municipality will make temporary structures in such a way that they will not hamper cleaning of the drain. And on that premise, vending zone was created there temporarily, and these people were rehabilitated at that point of time. When my lords passed that order that please remove all encroachments over drains, naturally, my lords.
But
because-
Mr. Naik,
My lord,
when this was going on,
my lord,
when this court passed an order,
my lord.
this bench passed an order that you clear up the from Mangalabag to the why
My-
that this was not
I-
brought
I
to our
did.
notice.
My statement is recorded. What my lords were of the opinion then is that you take 2 months, you remove them from there and rehabilitate them elsewhere. So that I'll point it out. It's there in the order. What has happened is that now the development is that the entire surrounding area, once the new medical complex is being now developed, there is no place for them to go. In fact, they will have to go. At some point, once the medical new area is integrated with the old hospital building, they will have to move out because the boundary wall itself will go. So until that point of time, if they are allowed to remain there, I don't know if it is possible subject to my lord's agreement. If they are allowed to remain there for that period of time, maybe it will serve both purposes.
And
But naturally they will shift after when the
by, like your lordships are identifying.
Please,
ଘୁଷୁରୀ ସେଠି ଶୋଉଛି
the
ଆଜ୍ଞା ତା ତଳେ
CP
ଘୁଷୁରୀ
and,
ଶୋଇଛି
other things
My
and
lord.
you CMC
ଶୋଉଛି
authority
ଆଜ୍ଞା
also visit that if there is any kind of protection, your ending zone is there already. It should not be the court of this order. The court should not be. It would be subject to any order obviously passed by this court. And if you seek for any clarification, any modification, you can file appropriate application before that bench. Because of this, that we are not able to this.
No, that is fine.
That was
That
disposed of in
was
2019.
was
That is
disposed of.
disposed of.
My lord,
No, your lordship, that was disposed of. Disposed of. It seems there was another PIL which has been filed, where they were questioning the same vending zone. There also we filed an intervention, and then this we have this now. If
my lord,
just takes
there is an
the-
apparent conflict in the sense that during our visit, it was pointed out by the CMC authorities that it was a vending zone, identified vending zone. Point number 1. Point number 2 is it is over the drain. Third point number 3 is
The
it is
entire vending zone is over the drain.
Over
yes,
the drain.
there are food stalls.
side,
Food
Over the
stalls
drain.
around 20 feet on the right side of the SCB gate up to Acharya Harihar. That entire stretch is covered by these stalls. They are over the drain and it is not possible to ensure cleaning. Some photographs have also been given.
There are also
On 9th, when we visited SCB, we had also taken note of that.
You take a decision, Mr. Nayak.
So there has to be a reconciliation.
Take a
you
decision
you have a meeting with
tomorrow. Yes.
you are this you represent the CMC now. You take up the issues with the DCP,
Right.
And
but let the commissioner and DCP sit
other
down. Identify the
Right.
earmarked vending zones or any vending and vendor or vending zone who is protected by any order of this court. You go by nobody is asking you to follow the orders of this court.
Right. That is
the
If your
other
lordships remember, I'm sure your lordships must have seen that the green color, those
Yes, green
shops which
colour,
are there.
I am
Say,
colorblind.
my lord, the other
Those
point is
green
that
colour
they
shops
come
are-
into the road
Yes.
because during our visit in the afternoon, the shops were closed, so it appeared
No, they're on an
My lords,
because
So
the
kindly sit down. Mr. Nayak, we are making it
yes,
absolutely
sitting
clear.
arrangement is on the
At the cost of reputation, we are making it absolutely clear. We don't want any conflict with any
Conflict with
any other order passed with. That is the last thing that this bench wants. But we are conscious of judicial discipline. Nobody is more conscious than this bench. So if at all they are covered by any other order, like that or that I cards you showed us regarding Sishu Bhavan. All right. So you go through them.
There has to be reconciliation.
And tell the DCP what are the who are covered by orders, who are not covered by orders. Then let them take a decision.
In fact, if I will just read it, your lordship.
Don't rush it. Don't rush in without verifying.
Right.
Yeah.
We asked the last time, you remember, we said that who are having this license, whether those license in accordance with law or not, who are having low or no license, who are having that license but that period has expired. So all these things, that is as per that. So we are conscious of that. We also reflected that some orders were produced before us. So we have not stated anything that will. We just said that particular gate should be opened. That is the exactly.
If your lordship, I'll just read that. It say that pursuant to the verbal instructions, Shri S.K. Naik, Senior Advocate, Shri Jaideep Pal, Advocate, Member of Traffic Management Committee, have submitted report recommending establishment of vending zone in front of quarter number 655.
That was when,
in 2015.
So we are 9 years down the line.
Yes, I am sure.
So we can't go back to 2015 now.
Yes, your
So
lordship.
you want the SCB to go back to the state where 2000?
No, not at all, your lordship.
So I'm sure you don't.
Yes, your lordship.
So with SCB evolving as an institute of eminence,
yes, your lordship.
But there has to be an expansion.
As much as I agree with that, your lordship.
Conditions are
Kindly see through. Let us.
SCB addresses needs of patients who actually sometimes do need these zones just to heat water.
Now,
and they are not stably on the road.
Your lordship.
now so many things are coming up, like Madam Dr. Lucida said that it's the Ahar Center, etc. Now they will not face any kind of
That is why we
second Ahar
suggested
center is
Ahar.
coming. Second Ahar Center is
The main issue is the hygiene.
Right.
Because of this,
right.
The pigs
All right.
are sleeping.
Thank you very much. The rest of the issue will take up the next year.
এটা ফটো সহিত